Hey, this is Grim. Well, this is part 3 of the PTSD screen. 3 videos, 3 days. Must be end times. I don't know. Anyway, today we're going to talk about victim stance thinking. With victim stance thinking, it's broke down into 5 categories. You have distrust of others, feelings of abandonment, feelings of helplessness, great fear of change, and blaming others for our problems. Like I said, this is one that's kind of interesting. It definitely lets you look at yourself and kind of how you view yourself. Distrust of others. I've been thinking about this one for the last couple hours, trying to figure out a way to say it without by not coming off like a racist asshat. Distrust of others. Not overly fond of the. No, that sounded bad. Donkey screwing. No, that wasn't real good either. Let's say there's just this culture, and predominantly this culture practices a certain type of religion, and my distrust, and I think that describes it enough, goes back to the 80s. The guys who set off the bomb in the Frankfurt PX, yeah, they were Iraqi. So, it kind of leaves a mark. And from then on, anytime I encountered individuals from this part of the world, I tend to watch them like a hawk, steer clear of them. I've met a few people who I have been friendly with and would consider them friends, but it took some time before I could cozy up. Feelings of abandonment. That one, for me, the feelings of abandonment came with when the Army decided that I was broken and that I needed to leave. I had a bum knee. That was it. It was just that simple. I had surgery on the knee. The knee never healed up right, and they decided that I needed to go. I was good enough to keep during the war, the Gulf War, Part 1, and they decided that after that I got caught in the drawdown. I wasn't essential anymore. Wasn't needed. That one hurt a lot. There was a lot of anger out of that one. But the feelings of abandonment, yeah, that pretty much covers that. Feelings of helplessness. Not a lot of that going on. That one there, I've never really never really felt helpless. I knew I could use some help. I knew that if and I always had a core group of friends that I could go to, and if I needed help, they would help me. But never, that one never really affected me that much. Great fear of change, hate change with a passion. My dog has just lost her mind. Hey. Yeah, great fear of change. That one, new jobs, which is kind of funny because I went through 13 jobs, in like a 10-year period. new locations, anything that's just, not in my normal, this is where I go, this is what I do. If it doesn't fall into that, there's definitely some anxiety. So you can imagine what I was going through when I first moved out here. It was rough. Uh, when I left my job, I packed up everything that would fit in the car and drove out to Montana from Ohio in a day and a half. I stopped once for 4 hours and slept, and then from then on it was just go. And the only time I would stop, otherwise would be to fuel and food. That was it. Um, so yeah, there was a lot of fear there, but it was definitely something that I needed to do. Blaming others for our own problems. I've never really blamed anybody for anything that's ever happened to me. The way I look at my life is most of the, unless it falls into that shit happens category, but it's always been, my choices have led me to where I am. And I'm a great believer in taking personal responsibility for our actions, for where we end up. I've made some, incredibly stupid mistakes. Some decisions that I would love to take back, but I can't. The results were permanent, but they're mine. I'm the one who did it. I'm the one who decided. People that I've hurt, uh, things that I've screwed up, other people's lives that I've screwed up, my life that went, moments where I screwed it up. It was my fault. I've never really blamed others for my own problems. But yeah, that's about it. Victim stance thinking, distrust of others. For me, it's basically just one group of people. I do tend to steer clear of large groups of people, but that's just, that's because I'm very uncomfortable in those situations. But distrust of others, mine's more centered on one certain type of person. Feelings of abandonment, like I said, that was just, when the Army booted me out and that kind of thing. So feelings of helplessness, for me, no. Not saying that, you can't have these, but just kind of giving you a little insight into myself. Great fear of change, yes. I hate change. And blaming others for our own problems, no. I've always owned up, and wherever I've ended up, it's been my fault. So there you go. That's part 3, and the next one will be shame, and we'll go from there. So, all right, I will talk to you soon. Hope this helps. Take care.